Good morning, everyone. How y'all doing? I've just been enjoying this music a little bit. It's a pretty simple loop, but you know what? I dig it. Welcome in, Emily. Thank you for lurking, Rasha, and Ravane. How y'all doing today for the Choose Wisely Festival? We're doing games that are feeling just a little bit pooky, just a little bit off, a little bit wrong, in a good way. Hopefully. We'll see. Dan, welcome in. How you doing, lovely? Starting off, we have Celestial Return by Metaphor Games, which, unless I have misremembered the games I've played, I believe this is our first RPG that we've done. I am excited to see it. The art looks really cool. The vibes look really weird. It's got cosmic horror shit. I love cosmic horror shit. Choosing wisely, staying in bed all morning before work, as the Lord demands. It is his day. It's Tuesday, but every day is the Lord's day when you really think about it. Also, welcome in. How are you doing? I reckon we've got some games you like. That fifth not visual novel. Listen, you got a problem with it? Oh, okay, that was attached to the character. I see. I thought that might be a secret menu option, but no. Alright, let's get into it. Let's just see what this is all about. Celestial Ooh. Space and some alien friends. I mean, I want to do that one, but this is the demo, so I think it's not available. Work in progress. So I guess we'll start with Earth and Boring Humans. I do know you love scary horror, so I think we'll have at least one or two things on today that will suit your palate. Oh man, Hive and the Machine Society. This is cool though already. Like, obviously we can't explore them right now. Maybe we unlock them, but I imagine this is just... The demo only contains Earth and Boring Humans. Celestial Return Book 1, Earth. Planet Zero, a world caught between the realms of sci-fi and the supernatural. A world of contrasts where the daily grind of high-tech life is punctuated by the occasional brush with the bizarre. How's the sound balance? The game's fairly loud for me, but let me know how it is for you guys, because we might as well adjust that before we get all into it. A world of contrasts where the daily grind of high-tech life is punctuated by the occasional brush with the bizarre. A technologically advanced civilization, its inhabitants are divided into augmented humans and those who have chosen to remain fully organic. Okay, I think I might turn it down a little bit just for my own sake, because something should be okay unless this one beat plays throughout the entire game. I think I'll turn the... yeah, because it's just making it a smidge hard for me to think. My brain isn't cooperating with it. But that's more a me problem, I think, than a game problem. Alright. Loading the work? I don't want the work. I want the play. That's why we're here today. Have I been tricked into doing work? Ugh. Chapter 1. Smoke and Whiskey. Howard sits alone at the counter in the Crow Jazz Bar, a refuge for those who've given up trying to keep pace with the city outside. The faint glow of neon signs outside filters through cracked blinds, casting fractured light onto the bar's polished yet worn surface. His whiskey sits on the counter, a faint ring of condensation forming beneath the glass. He hasn't touched it. Instead, his eyes are drawn to the television mounted on the wall, its outdated screen crackling slightly as it broadcasts the evening news. In the update in suicides across Nethervale, authorities remain on the cause. The decline, leaving residents shaken and for answers. The low volume of the television leaves the words muddled, forcing Howard to strain to catch every detail. Move close to the TV to catch every word. Howard moves close to the television, weaving through rows of empty tables until he's standing right beneath the flickering screen. All dialogue's over there, then this content warning might be a bit annoying because it'll always cover up some text. True. Yeah, I also do cover up some of the text. I will be reading it all out, but it is a fair point. I just don't really know how easily I can change it. I think it shouldn't be too bad, actually. I can just move it down. Whee! That might even be a better place for it anyway. Like, it's not like you're missing any details down there. From Rachel down here listening to me. Hey! Watches together. Botches together? I mean, hopefully we don't botch it, but impossible to say. Yumawara, welcome in. How are you doing? Yeah, we might just have to live with me covering up a bit of the text, but at least any text I cover up will be legible after we first read it. So, yeah, that sounds good. Howard moves close to the television, weaving through rows of empty tables until he's standing right beneath the flickering screen. Also, I don't know if I said hi to Tony. Hi, Tony, I saw you, but maybe my brain got distracted immediately. But, hi! He rests an elbow on the bar, his attention fixed on the broadcast as the newscaster's voice sharpens, outlining the harsh reality gripping Nethervale. The community is in uproar, demanding transparency from law enforcement. What is driving the sudden epidemic of suicides? Who will step forward to shed light on these tragic events? Howard straightens slightly, the weight of the broadcast pressing down on him. The bartender sets the polished glass aside, her movements slowing as she folds her arms and watches the screen for a moment, before turning to Howard. Time to learn the cosmic art of dice rolling. Let's keep it simple. Every challenge has 4 slots. Dump 1 to 4 dice in them. More dice is bigger chance to hit that success range. Uh-huh. I would roll each die, roll 2 custom d4s, add them up. Roll a 1 and a 2, that's a 3, baby! Not great, not terrible. Roll 0 and 0, oof! Blame the universe. Slapping down 4 dice, big brain energy. But heads up, these ain't your grandma's board game dice. Zeros can still nuke your total, so stacking them doesn't mean auto-win. High risk, higher glory. Okay, dice vanish after you roll. Use them, lose them. Run out, automatic fails, fam. We rollin' dice! We rollin' dice! Farm dice by exploring, finishing jobs, and poking your nose where it probably doesn't belong. Survival tips from a space vet. Hoard like a loot gremlin. Can do. Future missions will try to murder you. Save those dice. Embrace the chaos. Sometimes you gotta eat 4 dice and pray to the void. The universe rewards boldness and punishes fools. Your move, pilot. Uh-oh. Bad time for me to be a fool, I guess. For weeks... Oh, wait. It's been like this for weeks now. The bartender. It's been like this for weeks now. Feels like the whole city's falling apart. Got it, so I'll only use 1 die for every single roll throughout the entire game and finish with a bag full of dice. Yep. 100%. Assuming we live that long. We can take a sip of our whiskey. Intelligence. An intellectual being who understands his surroundings and can make correct decisions.
Hear anything about these suicides? And rumors going around? This city runs on problems. It's not falling apart, it's not Nethervale.
Foolishness!
Maybe it's the city's way of promoting extreme sports. Jump off a bridge week, anyone?
Anger issues! Slam your fist on the counter. Why? Persuasion.
So, when do you get off? I'd love to take you out for dinner sometime.
What insights, quest log do we have? Oh. I wanted to see if we had an inventory of our, stats. We have a lot of dice so far. Howard's dice. Rogue dice plus 2 to total. Oh, okay. So specific dice have specific modifiers. -2 to total value? Ooh. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I like that. Okay. Flashlight. This isn't some high-tech implant or retina upgrade. It's a stick of metal with a bulb. Primitive, maybe, but when the shadows move, this flashlight doesn't glitch. It just shines. It has just occurred to me, if you only roll the cursed dice, you are just saying, yeah, no, I'm just failing this one. It's all good. Literally, no matter what, you can't possibly win if you only roll the cursed die. Well, actually, I don't know. I don't know necessarily what the Well, no, because you're always going to end up with 0 or less, right?
You hear anything about these suicides? Any rumors going around?
The Codex is your galactic gossip column and survival guide. Here's the TLDR. What's inside? Ancient alien wars, godlike AIs, and why the galaxy is basically held together with duct tape. Heroes, villains, and that one girl who tries to steal sushi recipes. Trust no one. I don't know, I trust that one girl who tries to steal sushi recipes. Because if you befriend her, you get sushi. I'm just saying. You're going to steal a recipe, you're going to want to find out how it is, and you're going to want to try it out. I'm just saying. Easy way to sushi. Planets so wild they'll make you question reality. Pro tip, avoid the Xenopsycho quantifluxion. Well, now I want nothing more than to go and investigate the Xenopsycho quantifluxion. What do you want about? You shouldn't have told me about the Xenopsycho quantifluxion if you didn't want me to investigate the Xenopsycho quantifluxion. That's on you guys. You messed up. You done goofed. Unlock entries by exploring, talking to NPCs. Okay, so this is your log of lore and stuff. Why care? Lore equals power. Know the void, sentient black hole, or become its snack. Characters lie. Trust no one with a spaceship. Read, survive, flex. Yes, typos? Blame our unpaid intern. We swear they're editing. I'm just saying, I'm an editor. Just putting it out there. The bartender, a young woman with hair glowing neon green and eyes like 2 black stars. Shimmer of yellow within. She's the heart and soul behind the counter at the Crow Jazz Bar, her presence both commanding and inviting. With a flick of her wrist, she transforms simple ingredients into elixirs of comfort and conversation, her skillful hands crafting drinks that soothe the soul and spark new stories. We don't have anything specifically about the suicides, right? Ooh. Detective Howard, it's us. You're one of those highfalutin editors who expect to be paid. That is true. I would like to have some kind of income. Detective Howard, a paranormal anomaly detective, intelligent yet grappling with anger issues, sometimes surprisingly foolish, but always ready for adventure. He enjoys smoking Nethervale cigarettes immensely, perhaps even considering it his greatest pleasure. His frequent haunt is the Crow Jazz Bar, though his repeated attempts to charm the bartender have failed. Just as well we're not trying that then. His most trusted friend is the Talking Rose. We'll get to that later. Okay. Whoa. Oracle Rose? Well, we'll get to those. We'll get to all of these later. The bartender hesitates, her fingers absent-mindedly tracing the edge of the counter. She glances around the bar as if checking for eavesdroppers, even though it's practically empty. People are saying it's the abstracts. Like, maybe they're behind it somehow. Cool! I'm gonna check out the abstracts, because I want to anyway. Commonly referred to as abstracts, these paranormal entities blur the lines between reality and imagination, manifesting as concepts or tangible shapes. They infiltrate the lands, cities, and even homes of Planet Zero, instilling fear and chaos among the local population. In response to this unprecedented threat, the world's major powers have united to form the Paranormal Investigation Division, PID, a specialized task force dedicated to investigating and eliminating these abstracts. Howard's gaze doesn't leave his glass, his tone carrying weight.
Won't be the first time.
Yeah, but what the hell are they? Aliens? Something new Genesis cooked up? Doesn't matter, right? They show up, PID takes them out, and everyone pretends that's enough. And it's not. Not even close. Burn President, welcome in! How you doing, lovely? Alright, what's the PID? The thing is, I've avoided doing much looking at journals throughout these because streaming it and checking them out, spending time with it, feels more like I'm not showing off the game. But I guess it is still part of the game. And I feel that it's probably important to do for this game. It kind of feels like now more than any time I'm going to need to know what's going on. The Paranormal Investigation Division, PID, is a specialized unit within the Nethervale City Police Department, dedicated to investigating and managing cases involving paranormal phenomena, collectively referred to as abstracts. The primary mission of the PID is to investigate, understand, and capture abstracts, ensuring the safety and security of Nethervale's citizens. You don't need me to tell you the answer to that?
It's not.
You worked with PID, you must have seen things. You really don't know what they are either?
If I did, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
That's what scares me. The PID doesn't know. What the hell are the rest of us supposed to do? Howard doesn't respond, his eyes fixed on the glass in front of him. The silence between them stretches, heavy and unanswerable. I do feel like we've had a pretty pleasant conversation so far, and then just out of nowhere, Howard's like, damn it! I mean, you know, the situation is tense, I will grant you. Bad things happening, but we're staying fairly civil so far.
This city runs on problems. If it's not falling apart, it's not Nethervale.
The bartender huffs a dry laugh, shaking her head as she wipes down the counter. So what keeps you here? The endless excitement of the glamorous nightlife?
I heard leaving costs extra.
The bartender chuckles, rolling her eyes. You got terrible taste, you know that? But I guess that's why we're all still here, waiting to see how far it falls before it finally hits the bottom. The low hum of the TV fills the pause as she grabs another glass, her smirk fading to something closer to resignation. Go on, let's roll some dice.
So when you get off, I'll have to take you out for dinner sometime.
Success range, the Overlord 12. Okay, so we're gonna need to spend many dice to make this work. What if we just burn our cursed die already? What if we just straight away... Nah, it's fine. I don't mind failing this one. I don't think I want to spend... Because to succeed that, I'd have to spend 4 of my dice. And this doesn't feel like a life or death situation. I think I'm just going to roll the cursed die and see how we do. Can we just... No, we can't just leave without rolling a die. Once we're in it, we're in it. Alright. Come on! Aha! We got a -4. We did it as badly as it's possible to do it. Let's see if she pulls out a gun and kills us. The bartender freezes mid-wipe, her hand hovering over the glass. Slowly, she turns to look at him, one eyebrow arching so high it threatens to leave her face. Howard clears his throat, the awkward silence stretching longer than he'd like. He shifts uncomfortably on his stool, reaching for his whiskey. The burn in his chest as he takes a sip does little to erase the sting of the moment. Well, we didn't die, so already we're doing better than any of my runs of Disco Elysium have gone. Sure, let's slam our fist on the counter. Howard's fist comes down hard on the counter, the sharp crack cutting through the stillness of the bar. His glass wobbles and the bartender pauses mid-motion, her eyes narrowing as she crosses her arms. Didn't even tell her he wants to do the fuck. Feel better now? Should I brace for round 2?
City's a damn mess. Everyone just sits back and lets it rot.
Yeah, well, welcome to Nethervale. Punching my bar won't fix it, but I'll give you points for enthusiasm. She grabs a clean glass, muttering under her breath. Just don't break the counter. It's older than both of us. Great episode. Welcome in. How you doing? Listen to the silence. Let your mind wander. Howard leans forward, his elbows resting on the counter, staring blankly at his glass. The bar noise fades, the hum of the TV dissolving into a background whisper, until all that remains is the hollow silence of his thoughts. And then they start. You've been here before, haven't you? Sitting in the quiet, pretending it's peace. It's not. It's avoidance. Hayward, my man! You're staring at that whiskey like it's got all the answers. It don't. Trust me, I've tried.
Stop.
Can you say something?
Ask for another drink. Something fancy. Cocktail with one of those little umbrellas. That'd cheer you up.
Yes, because a man brooding over suicides absolutely screams Mai Tai. Great suggestion.
Shut up! He doesn't need this crap right now.
The voices clash like storm clouds rumbling in his skull, the tension stretching thin.
Shut the fuck up, all of you!
My tie? Your tie! Like the tie. Do bear in mind, I've not played much of Disco Elysium, so there's references I won't get and spoilers I'd appreciate not seeing. Sarah! Thank you for subscribing. Scrumbecca. Maybe it'll be me. I feel like I won't scream probably during this one. It feels low-key, but I think I'll probably scream during at least one of the games today. Oh boy. Thank you for subscribing, lovely. Welcome in. I hope you're having a lovely day so far. A few heads turn, giving him that familiar look. Another guy losing it after too many drinks. Then, as if the universe had been waiting for the right moment, the door to the bar swings open, and a figure steps inside. Howard's head lifts, his eyes narrowing as boots scrape across the floor, loud and deliberate. The sound is sharp enough to cut through the haze in his mind. Reynolds. Reynolds locks eyes with Howard, his expression coiled tight with urgency. Without hesitation, he crosses the room, his presence slicing through the lazy atmosphere of the bar like a scalpel through flesh.
Shouldn't you be out flashing that badge here somewhere?
Reynolds pulls out the stool next to him, sitting with a sigh.
I'm flashing it all day, chasing leads to go nowhere. Thought I'd try something smarter. You look worse than I feel, that bad? Yeah, say what you want, but you're still the guy people call when they run out of better options. Take that as a compliment.
Howard taps the rim of his glass with a finger, a faint smirk tugging at his lips as he lets the silence hang for a moment too long. Sure, but if this is about the stolen rubber duckies from the toy store, I swear it wasn't me. Yeah! Welcome in, lovely! How are you doing? How are you? How's Tuesday? How's Tuesday for Kip? Oh, my bones. Oh, my bones. Why me? Don't you have a department on all this?
Not interested in police business.
I think I know what you're gonna say. Dice easy peasy! Okay, so that's the difficulty rating. Sleepy, but we're powerful and the grind continues! The grind continues! Let's fucking go. You doing webcomic stuff today? Is that the grind? Is that the grind we're doing? Hello, welcome in. How you doing? Yeah! Are we scared yet? We're not scared, I think. We'll probably get to some scary stuff, but I feel like the vibes of this one... Like, I think there's cosmic horrors and stuff in it, which will probably be scary, but I think we've got that sort of gritty noir vibe going on, so it's just gonna, like, you'll see the unfathomable horror of the abyss, and a guy, Howard, he'll just be like...
This asshole again.
Like, which I'm also looking forward to in its own way.
I'm not interested in police business.
Reynolds' jaw tightens, but he doesn't react immediately. Instead, he leans back slightly, folding his arms as he studies Howard.
You think I'm here because I want to be? I haven't tried everything else first.
What's been my fave game I've played so far? You can't just ask me that! You can't just ask me that! Because we played lots of different ones, and I love a lot of them for a lot of different reasons. It's the problem. Like, A Year of Springs is like, I play it and I'm just like, oh my god, I am everyone in this game and I love them all so dearly. But then, like, Love is in the Airship is like, that's the funniest shit I've played in so long. Like, oh. We've had a lot of bangers, though, is what I'll say. This one's shaping up to be a banger as well. So, thus far, I feel like my track record's pretty damn good. Murder Hotel is the one I'm most likely to play myself. Murder Hotel was also really good. Murder Hotel was excellent. Yeah, I'm also intrigued by that. Yeah, Love is in the Airship was just... it was just a delight. Anywho.
You're wasting your time. I said I'm not interested. You got a whole department, figure it out. They can. No, don't look for. Hell, most of them don't even want to look, but you? You've dealt with this kind of thing before, you know what the rest of us don't.
Howard's tone hardens. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to harden his tone. He's already kind of at the limit of what I can do with my voice. His hands tightening around the glass.
Don't bring up the PID. I walked away from this crap for a reason.
Reynolds sighs, pulling a thin folder from his coat and dropping it onto the counter with a heavy slap. Here we go, detective. This could be the case you've been waiting for.
This isn't just me, Howard. The suicides don't make sense. No notes, no warnings, no connections. First we charged it up to save a life. Stress. Coincidence. But it ain't stopping. The mayor's office stepped in, said it's a public safety crisis. They told us to treat it like a case. We got nothing. My people are drowning and I can't pull them out.
He nudges the folder closer to Howard, his eyes locking on him.
I wouldn't be here if I had any other option. If anyone can figure this out, it's you. Don't make me beg.
You've been drifting for too long. A case like this could be your way back. Back to the work that mattered. Back to being the detective you once were. Think about the doors it could open.
The ones that could slam shut. What happens when it all blows up in your face? Desperation like Reynolds doesn't come without strings. You really want to get tangled in this mess? A big case means a big payday, right? Sounds like easy money to me.
It's not about the money or the reputation. It's about the people. Someone out there needs help, and you have the skills to make a difference. You know what's right. These deaths, they deserve justice.
Sure, why not? Could be fun. Fine. I'll take a look. No promises.
New quest unlocked. Smoke, shadows, and body bags. The city's pulse just spiked. Stay sharp. Check your quest log and get ready to hunt. The city's pulse just spiked? What does that mean? Oh. New item added. No refund policy, sorry. Huh? Case file 1, suicides. Growing list of lives cut short under bush. The police are out of answers and Officer Reynolds knows something's not right. That's why you brought the case to Howard. Suicide's my ass. You think it's Moida?
Knew I could count on you.
Howard picks up the folder, flipping it open as he leans back in his seat.
Don't thank me yet. Let's see what kind of mess you're dropping in my lap first.
Reynolds adjusts his coat, tugging the collar up as though bracing for an unseen chill. It's a big one.
No, it's a big one. Just don't say I didn't warn you.
He heads for the door, pausing briefly to glance over his shoulder.
You know where to find me. Don't take too long.
The door creaks open, letting in a sharp gust before it closes with a dull thud. Howard leans back, staring at the folder, its weight pressing down like the promise of trouble. You gained 4 dice? Let's go! 1 experience. The city silence offers no applause, but it knows you've earned this. What kind of dice are they? Were they good ones, or will they kill me? Oh, another cursed die! Dang it! I don't want those ones. They kill me. They're very bad automatically. Yeah, I don't think we had this overheat die before, which is a nice one. Yeah, I think most of them were just normal then. Nethervale! Neon burns, shadows bite. Ooh. Already the vibes. Ooh. Navigation. Welcome back to the Gutter Detective. You know these streets better than your own reflection. Let's see if you still got the chops. Use WASD or hold right click and drag to glide the map around. Double click anywhere for hyperskate mode. Yes, his boots have illegal mods. No, don't ask. I don't want to ask. Where do I get them? Opus mods glow with icons. Think cyber breadcrumbs. Click the icon, Howard autopilot's there. Sit back and enjoy the ride. One visit ain't enough. Places change every visit. Come back later and it may not look the same. New dice, new loot, new danger. The city's alive and it's hungry. Dance with it, or get eaten. Ooh. Okay, there's the bar, so presumably we don't need to investigate that. The statue. Some drones. Is it just the statue? Oh no, we've got the jazz bar again. And Reynolds' house! Let's pop in and see Reynolds. How's it going, buddy? Can you do anything down here? No, okay. In the detective's office. Can we head back to the office and dig into the case files? Look at him go! Chapter 2. Digging deeper. Rain clings to Howard's coat as he steps into his office, the damp air settling in the corners like it belongs there. Hi, friend. Well, probably not friend, but, you know, you're there. The folder Reynolds left sits dead center, daring him to open it. Papers are scattered around it, and a mug of half-finished coffee waits to the side. That coffee's been sitting long enough to make friends with the desk. Don't think it's going to do you any favors now. Howard exhales, his gaze shifting to the mug. Big mug hug! The faint aroma of stale caffeine rises as he picks it up, tilting it slightly and watching the liquid swirl, as if the answers might float to the surface. He left some sunflower seeds out for the drones to snack on.
I'll get to it, alright?
Set the coffee aside and focus on the file. Howard sets the mug down, sliding it to the desk edge with a soft scrape. The folder is still there, waiting for attention. Every file like this is a reflection of a life undone. It's not just death, Detective. It's the echoes of everything left unsaid, every choice that led them here. You owe them at least that much. The longer you sit there, the colder the trail gets. Open the folder. Start with what you know. Howard pulls the folder closer, its worn edges rough under his fingers. Inside, a jumble of photos, reports, and scribbled statements waits to be sorted. The uneven tabs marking each case catch his eye as he scans the stack, deciding where to begin. Check your horoscope for guidance. Irrational erratic thinking leading to impulsive and often comedic decisions. I mean, we're not doing that one for this run at least. I don't know how long the demo is. I feel like it'll probably be long enough for a single run to take the full slot, but if not, we'll do a foolishness run after this. Start reviewing the case files. Howard lays the files across the desk, each name a quiet weight on paper, waiting to be understood. Examine the Izo Ogura case. Howard pulls out the Izo Ogura file, flipping it open. Is that foolishness? A mess of reports, photos, and dive logs spill onto the desk. Review Ogura's background. Izo Ogura, 32, independent Neth finder. Last known residence, Unit 47C, Harlow Tower, Lower Grids. Lived alone. No registered family or emergency contacts. Operated primarily in underground Neth Spanner circles. No criminal record or flagged activity prior to the incident. Finances stable, no debts, no known personal disputes. Digital footprint suggests minimal social interaction outside of work-related transactions. Just another ghost in the system, until he wasn't. Thank you, Ravane. Gonna get a lot of use out of that one, I feel. Examine the crime scene photo. Howard picks up the top photo and studies it carefully. The image is grainy, taken from the wrong angle, like the investigator didn't want to get too close. Izo Ogura is slumped forward in his chair, his neural weave still latched onto his head, the sleek headgear hugging his skull like a parasite. A bundle of fiber-thin cables extends from the device, looping over his shoulders, feeding directly into his approval. Near his console, a packet of nutrient paste lies open on the desk, its contents squeezed unevenly towards the top. The paste is smudged across the surface, like it was set down mid-bite. He wasn't done with it. And lies the dive log. Howard scans the dive log report, a cleaned-up transcription of Ogura's final session. Every entry is accounted for, but the details raise more questions than answers. Session start, timestamp unavailable. Initializing access protocol, bypassing external security layer. PID database identified, running decryption sequence. Firewall breach detected, security response engaged. Trace attempt detected, reversing access channel.
Oh, hi there!
Countermeasure loop detected, system behaving abnormally. Unexpected data signature found, source unknown. Thank you for the follow, welcome in. We've got anonymous follows, if you feel like chatting, that would be great. No worries if not, though. We love lurkers here.
Nobody just pushes through with PID database. Their system locks you out before you even know you're in. So how the hell did Ogura get this far?
He scans the final entry again. No forced disconnect, no shutdown sequence. Just a hard stop, like the system wiped itself clean. If you're the dev, you have to tell us or it's entrapment. Howard leans back, rubbing his thumb over the edge of the paper. If you are the dev, you don't have to tell me. I mean, I know who you are, but I'm not gonna put you on blast like that. That's the whole point of the anonymous follow system.
Was Guru really that good? Did someone leave the door open for him?
Kamesy! Welcome in! It was you the whole time. Kicked myself, yes, and I just sit here and stare at you. Absolutely fine. You know as well as I do the pain of taking on too many games for this festival. Everyone, we rated Kamesy yesterday. It was you the whole time. It was! Devs in chat, I love your work. Devs is... I don't believe Kamesy is a dev on this game. It would be a wild coincidence if so. Kamesy we rated yesterday. Also taking part in the Choose Wisely Festival. Also took on loads of games to play. She knows my pain. I'm not a dev on any game. That's totally fine. Neither am I. Yeah, welcome in. Absolutely, if you just want to have a chill vibe, no worries about chatting. But I did take on... Kamesy, I have a problem, okay? You're the closest I've seen to someone sharing my problems, at least for this festival. I just had my hands full when the bit made more sense. Aw, Tony, I'm sorry. Okay.
Was the Guru really that good? Or did someone leave the door open for him?
Review the witness statement. Howard flips to the next page, scanning the statement from Ogura's neighbor. The handwriting is stiff, lacking any trace of emotion. Either the witness didn't care, or they were choosing their words carefully. Lived next door to Ogura for a while. Don't have much to say. Kept to himself, never caused trouble. Last time I saw him, no idea. Maintenance went in after his rent, auto payment failed. Door was still locked from the inside. Check the autopsy notes. Howard flips to the autopsy report, scanning past the standard medical jargon for anything that stands out. And that's more before I sent a need for an availability cut-off email. I would have been in the same situation. Yeah. To be honest, I did have a few extra games people sent me through, and I was like, okay, I can record a video for these two. And then some more came in, and I was like, okay, no, this is this is the limit. I can't take on another 5 games. I'm very sorry. They all look cool and interesting, and I want to play them, but also, please, I'm dying. They make breakfast. Don't look at the time. I mean, for me, it's 10:30. That seems like a perfectly fine time to have breakfast. But yes, have a nice look. Have a nice breakfast. The cause of death is exactly what he expected. Self-induced neural overload. External trauma, none. No bruising, no defensive wounds, no sign of struggle. Among the listed personal effects recovered from the body, one item stands out. A crumpled slip of paper found in Ogura's pocket. The ink smudged, but still legible. He said it would help, that I'd feel lighter. I trusted him to fix me. Now I don't know what's left of me. He trusted someone to fix him. What if they did? What if this was the result? Think of your own failures. Try to detach.
You got played, end of story.
Left over pesto before you start and have a curry ready to reheat on the stove for if I get hungry before you finish stream. You mean in, what, 8 hours time? It's possible. It's possible you'll be hungry. Think of your own failures. Yeah! The words pull at something old, buried just deep enough to sting. The case file in front of him feels heavier now, like it's asking him to make it right where he couldn't before. Howard closes the file, every detail of his Ogura etched into his mind. Boy, I hope it doesn't have to be etched into my mind. Because when you're reading stuff out for stream, it's harder to remember stuff. Howard closes the file, every detail of his Ogura etched into his mind. Now it's time to move on to the others. Examine the Serena Koss case. Serena Koss, a corporate executive for Activision, died after jumping from the balcony of her luxury high-rise apartment. Examine the crime scene photos. The images show Serena Koss lying on the pavement, her body sprawled like a discarded marionette. One of her legs is dislocated at the hip, the other twisted so unnaturally it barely looks attached. Her head, or what's left of it, has split open against the pavement. Her brain, half mashed, half intact, spills unevenly from the ruin of her skull, streaking the concrete like something that tried to crawl away. He's seen plenty, but this sticks like the fall hadn't just killed her, it had unmade her, rearranged her body into something awful, something wrong. Review the security footage report. Howard flips through the security report, eyes moving over the transcript. Her balcony railing is low, barely waist high, easy to climb, just as easy to trip over. But the footage is clear. She didn't fall. She stepped. At 2:14 a.m., Serena Koss walked onto her balcony, stood motionless for 6 minutes and 32 seconds, then moved forward like it was the most natural thing in the world. One detail catches his attention. 2:20:46 a.m., incoming comic call, caller ID unknown. 2:20:48 a.m., subject steps forward.
6 minutes of nothing, then a call, then a jump.
Someone reached her at the last second. Whoever it was, they didn't try to stop her. Check the autopsy report. Notes. Howard flips the autopsy report, looking for anything unusual. The cause of death is obvious. Blunt force trauma from a high-altitude fall. The injuries are exactly what you expect from that kind of drop. Nothing more, nothing less. Skim the witness statements. Howard scans the report, pausing at 2 relevant entries. Her approvals, biometric records, and a statement from a neighbour who had been paying attention. A household assistant synced to her approval tracked her vitals like clockwork. No irregularities, no stress indicators, except for one anomaly right before she stepped off the balcony. 2:20 a.m. Serotonin levels spiked abnormally high. No recorded physical stimulus. A neighbour, someone she spoke to now and then, had seen her outside more often than usual. She stood out there for hours. Even in the rain, she wouldn't move, just staring at the skyline. I asked her about it once. She said she liked the wind, said it made everything feel lighter. That word again. Lighter. Howard closes the file, every detail of Serena Koss etched into his mind. Now it's time to move on to the others. Give me a sec, I need to blow my nose. Okay. Examine the Atelis Gorvez case. Howard flips open the file, scanning the first few pages. Atelis Gorvez, tech doc, found dead in his workshop, surrounded by unfinished augments and scattered tools. Cause of death, self-inflicted asphyxiation via biogel exposure. No signs of struggle, no forced entry. His own hands were at his throat, deep scratches along his neck where he tried and failed to breathe. The biogel had hardened inside his airway, sealing it shut.
Gorvez used this stuff every day. If he wanted to die, why pick something so slow?
Examine the crime scene photos. Howard picks up the first photo. Gorvez is slumped in the corner of his workshop, his back against the wall, legs sprawled out, fingers curled stiff near his throat. His lips are blue, his jaw locked open, a thin trail of dried blood running from one nostril. The second photo shifts to his workbench. Tools scattered, a half-assembled augment clamped in place, casing pried open. The biogel vial lies nearby, overturned, residue hardened around the rim. He was working on something right up until the moment he died. Review the autopsy report. Howard flips through the autopsy report, focusing on the key details. Nothing unusual stands out. Cause of death, asphyxiation due to biogel expansion in the airway. External trauma, deep scratches along the neck and chest, self-inflicted. Toxicology, no traces of drugs, alcohol, or sedatives. Check the last recorded conversation. Howard scrolls through the report until he finds Gorvez's last comic transmissions. Most are business-related, orders, client requests, supply shipments. But one contact keeps appearing, always late at night, always brief. Outgoing call, private line. Gorvez.
Same time tomorrow?
Unknown. Of course. Progress takes consistency. Call ended. The same exchange had been logged every few days for the past 3 months. No details, no names, no context.
Sounds like regular appointments. But for what?
Examine his personal notebook. Howard picks up Gorvez's worn, grease-stained notebook, its pages filled with quick notes, half-legible scribbles, and workshop schedules. No digital logs, no approval sync, just ink on paper. Most of it is routine, augment diagnostics, price estimates, follow-ups. But the last few pages are different, messier, written with a shaky hand. Delay on shipment, wrong parts again. Order more Neuralink circuits. No more stim boosters, too unstable. Near the bottom of the last page, barely legible. If it happens again, I have to tell someone. Howard closes the file, every detail of a telescope is etched into his mind. Now it's time to move on to the others. +1 experience! Pulled from ink-stained papers and sleepless hours. Ah, okay, cool. So we've got, assuming we get 6 experience, we level up? Howard leans back, rubbing his eyes. 3 suicides, clean on paper, but something stinks. He's been poring over the files for hours, and nothing lines up the way it should. Rain crawls down the window in uneven trails, neon reflections bleeding into the dark. For a moment, he just listens to the city, to the hum of things moving unseen. His fingers tap against the desk, slower now. He needs another angle, someone who sees things differently.
Only she was here. She always knew where to start.
His limbs grow heavy. The words on the files blur together. Just a minute. He just needs a minute. The rain whispers against the glass as his head dips forward onto the desk. Chapter 3. Questions and answers. Next morning. A dull ache settles in Howard's neck. Can I save anywhere? There we go, maybe? No, that's settings. We'll play more into title. Okay. I don't know how you save this game, if you can. Insight points available. Ooh. Oh, okay, cool. So this is how you specialize into foolishness, brain dead, ape. Interesting. I like it. Truth seeker, moral perfect. Intelligence, rational, gigabrain. Anger issues, bloodlust, death himself. Perception, sensory sharpness, detail detective. A dull ache settles in Howard's neck, the kind that comes from falling asleep in the wrong place. The stiff leather of his chair hasn't done him any favours, and neither has the pile of paperwork serving as his pillow. Then, a knock. Soft, measured. Not urgent, not impatient. Just enough to pull Howard from the depths of sleep. Howard stirs, blinking against the grit in his eyes. His brain claws its way out of a dream falling bodies. His brain claws its way out of a dream, falling bodies, static-laced voices, and collides with reality. Then another knock, louder.
Someone's begging for a broken nose before breakfast. This better be important.
A beat of silence, then Rose's familiar voice, entirely unbothered. Oh, it is. Life and death. Cosmic importance. Maybe I just felt like dropping by. Open up and find out. Howard exhales, running a hand down his face. So much for a quiet morning. Get up and open the door. As Howard opens the door, he's met with a sight he wasn't prepared for. Standing before him is a man built like a tank, his neon green hair clashing against a tight pink shirt stretched to its limit. His left arm gleams with chrome knuckle implants. In one hand, he grips what looks like a stripper pole, if stripper poles were designed for combat. In the other, he holds a bowl. Inside it, floating like some overpriced centerpiece, is Rose. Howard blinks. Then again. Still real. His brows knit together as he stares at the stranger.
The hell is this?
The man offers no answer. No smirk, no joke, not even a raised eyebrow. Just pure, unreadable silence. Whoa, look at those biceps! We gotta hit the gym like ASAP. For once, you managed to stumble onto the truth, even with that pea-sized brain of yours. Before Howard can decide how to handle this, Rose breaks the tension. Pick me up. Unless you want to solve this case with your head up your ass. Howard grits his teeth and does as he's told. The man's lips twitch, Not a smile, but a tick. He spins the pole in a fluid arc, the hum of charged plasma briefly drowning out the city's drone, then strides away without a word.
The hell was that?
My Uber. Now shut the door. We've got corpses to dissect and egos to bruise. Howard drags a hand down his face. He sets Rose on his desk, right next to the open case files. His eyes linger on the door for a moment, then back to her.
Got 100 freaking questions about that guy. Was it really a stripper pole he was carrying?
We'll meet him again, Howard. Mr. Mystery can answer your questions later. For now, let's talk about the case. Time's ticking. Howard slumps into his chair, the case file glaring up at him like an unsolved riddle. He drags a hand through his hair, exhaling sharply.
I've got nothing. No links, no suspects. Just 3 dead people who decided to check out in the most dramatic ways possible.
Silence. Don't say it. Silence. No, absolutely not. I'm not your Ouija board, Howard.
Give me another option. The files are dead ends. The bones know more than we do.
You think I enjoy scraping through the dead's regrets? It's not a parlor trick, Howard. It hurts. Every time. Ooh, I like how we have 2 conflicting virtue statements. I mean, I feel like 2 or 3 are probably closest to the way I've been playing Howard so far. But 3 feels like it's gonna be, potentially gonna just end the game. It's like, cool, well, you decided not to do the thing that continues the story, so bye then. And I don't want to do 2, because I don't like the vibes on that one. Let's go with 1 and see what happens.
These victims are screaming. We don't listen.
We? Spare me the teamwork speech. You'll stand there like a brick wall while I choke on their sorrow. Again. Whatever, let's go before I remember how much I hate this part. Howard doesn't press it. He just grabs his coat, scoops up Rose, and heads for the door. Graveyard's waiting. Hope the dead feel chatty tonight. To the graveyard! Are we... Ooh. Never mind. Howard's comic buzzes relentlessly, an urgent vibration that's impossible to ignore. Answer the call. Data Kraken! Hey, Howard. Okay, first off, this line's locked, so don't sweat it. Second, I tapped into the cop's frequency. There's a report from Lumen Street. Some dude's gone full-on berserk, smashing up the place. MVPD's heading there, and you know what that means.
Standard MVPD playbook. Shoot first, ask never. You want me in, DK?
It's bigger than this, one guy. I've been following a pattern. Hacked boosts, people snapping, and the usual police cover-up with bullets. If we can take this one alive, we might finally get some answers. So, you in? Or should I find someone who still gives a damn about the truth? Who's Chicho again? Or, what is Chicho? In Nethervale City, not everyone finds a place in the rigid social order. Those who are unable to carve out a niche for themselves, often due to systemic failures, personal misfortune, or societal rejection, become outcasts. These individuals, known as Chicho, are forced to survive in the dark, narrow alleys of the city. Yet the Chicho are more than just victims of circumstance. They're a reminder of the city's hidden depths, and the unyielding human spirit that persists even in the darkest corners.
Fine. One Chicho, alive. Better make it worth it.
That's the spirit detective. Oh great, playing babysitter to a Chicho. Just what I needed today. What can I say? It's a gift. Now get moving, hero. I got your back.
Sure, no pressure. Piece of cake, right?
Wait, detective. Assume the worst. We're talking hacked boosts, unpredictable behavior, and potential collateral damage. Keep your distance and assess first. Don't engage blind. You got this, Howard. Stall him. Keep him breathing. I'll handle the tech. You handle the crazy.
Plans are for cowards. Get in his face and remind him who's in charge.
New quest unlocked. Chicho unleashed. The city's pulse just spiked. Stay sharp. Check your quest log and get ready to hunt.
Got it. I'll ping you when I'm close.
Hey, Rose. It's not a metaphor, Howard. It's an actual place. The dead end. Go. Let's grab this one alive. Wild concept, I know. You forget where Lumen is again? Left, then don't die. Howard, sweetie, the dead end, now, before MVPD turns into a smear. There's a big cheat show smashing stuff at the dead end, but no rush or anything. Pretty sure we missed our stop. Just want to circle the block forever. Not a metaphor, Howard, it's an actual place. The dead end. Go. Linda Lycan, welcome in. How you doing? We're gonna do a little break. As in my usual, just sort of hang it out. Do a bit of a stretch, do a bit of a stand-up, have a bit of a drink. One who reads, welcome in, thank you for lurking. Because the ads should be happening soon. And let's not miss anything, I reckon. Assuming, of course, the ads actually do happen and aren't just gonna leave me hanging for like a full 5 minutes and make me look like a fool. I like how Twitch is just like, oh, yep, here come the ads. And then it's a completely random amount of time before they actually start. It's impossible to know. There they go. Finally, we found them. I am really digging this one though. This is real good vibes. Schrodinger's adverts, Schrodinger's adverts. Until you observe them, they're not real. Which I guess is kind of true. Welcome to Snowwraith, how's it going? But yeah, I really like, the atmosphere of this is really, really well crafted. Like, I like the writing a lot as well. Like, yeah, I'm really interested to see where this one goes. I am scared because my track record, especially during this festival with detective games, hasn't been great. But but still, it's, you know, it's fine. It's okay. It'll be okay, don't worry about it. It's fine. Yeah, I'm also a little perplexed by the seeming lack of being able to save. I assume it's an autosave system or something, but I still feel like it... I mean, maybe there's just a button I need to find. But it's not in the place I would think it most likely to be, so... I guess maybe... I still feel like even in a demo, you would keep the save function though, right? I don't see why you would not have it in there. Maybe there's... Nope, nope, that's moving around. Oh. Well, I didn't mean to do that. I pressed enter. Apparently that meant we went somewhere. And went back to our office, I guess. Well, I guess if nothing else, we can see what this does. But we've got to wait for the ads to finish first. Press enter, and so you entered. A shocker. One of the few times that that's what the enter key actually does. Alternatively, I pressed return and I returned. How's that for a fun coinky dink? Ooh. Felt a good crack in my hips just then. Alright, if you were stuck in ads, I was pressing buttons to try and see if I could find the save function. I pressed enter and accidentally went back to my office. So, now you only need a game where you press P and you pee. Death Stranding? Well, that was quick. Forgot something important, Howard?
I need to pee.
You couldn't figure that out before we left.
Nature calls. I'll be quick.
Howard heads back inside to the bathroom, placing Rose and her glass on the desk. You humans and your timing. A few minutes later, he reappears, looking relieved. He picks up Rose from the desk. Feel better now?
Much. Let's get moving.
They exit the office again, this time more determined to tackle whatever the city throws their way. Beautiful. Alright, let's check out the dead end, I guess. Howard and Rose stand at the mouth of the alley. The walls are covered in anarchic graffiti, neon lights buzz faintly, casting flickering shadows over the piles of trash. The air is thick with a cocktail of filth, rotting garbage, mold, and something disturbingly organic. Are you sure about this, Howard? Even the rats are like, nah, not tonight.
Seen worse, done worse, survived worse. Let's add this to the list.
You're either noble or nuts. Probably both. Either way. As they move deeper into the alley, the ambient sounds of the city fade into silence. The oppressive atmosphere seems to press in from all sides. The flicker of neon lights reflects off slick, stained walls. Somewhere in the shadows, the faint drip of water echoes, sharp and rhythmic. The stench of rot grows stronger with every step. Rose mutters, her voice barely above a whisper. This place is getting friendlier by the second. Then a sound, a faint scrape of metal on stone. Howard freezes, instincts flaring. Another step forward and he catches the flicker of movement out of the corner of his eye. From the darkness, a figure steps forward, deliberate and slow. A Chicho blocks their way, his sharp, predatory eyes locked onto Howard.
Get away! You can't take me back! Relax. You're hacked, not hunted. Let me help you before you short circuit. Shut up! They're always listening. They're always listening!
Howard pulls out his comic, thumbing a quick connection to data cracking.
Yours for now, DK. Just tell me what to do.
About time. Hold tight, I'm jacking into the spectral site now. Keep him talking and don't let him go full meltdown. As DK works, Howard's eyes narrow, focusing on the Chicho's jittery movements and the gleaming boosts along his limbs. These boosts, they weren't cheap, not even a decade ago. Whoever this guy used to be, he wasn't small time. I thought he was cutting into his mouth ever since I saw the sprite in his trailer showcase last week. I see what you mean. The Chicho's erratic breathing grows louder, his eyes darting around the alley like a cornered animal. Yeah, it does look like it a lot, but I think that's just the illusion of the curve in the blade, huh?
Here, in the walls, the air, watching everything.
He's not wrong. His signal's lit up like a Christmas tree. I can isolate the source, but you've got to keep him in one piece. It'll take a minute. Don't move, don't breathe. Pretend you're invisible. Gun-timidation time! I mean, intimidation. Persuasion. Silent battle where two minds clash, each striving to bend the other beneath its will. Convince the Chicho that you have voices in your head too. I mean, we do! We do have a lot of arguments with our different traits, it seems. The sound's gone really warbly. Not, like, noticeably so. Let me... I guess maybe it depends on what you mean by warbly, but it's like, it doesn't seem in a way that's wrong. Okay, there's not static popping. Let me see if I can fix that. Did that fix that? Now it's gone. Great, perfect. Also, welcome, Miss Milky. How you doing, lovely? Yeah, let's go with 5, because boy howdy, do we have a lot of conversations in our head. Howard raises his hands, palms open, stepping closer with without sudden movements. His voice drops into a calming tone.
Relax, buddy. You're not losing your mind. You're just like me. Voices in your head, right?
Wait, is he talking about us? Like, right now? There was a strange jitter there, but that one felt like it might have been stylistic. No, you dolt. He's referring to data Holy shit, he is talking about us. No way!
Wait, what? Yeah, all the time. Here's the thing. They don't control you. You control them.
Ah, Howard, a truly profound moment. A reconciliation of madness masquerading as wisdom. To confess your inner chaos to another lost soul, as though shared lunacy is the apex of human connection. Bravo, truly. Plato would weep at your grasp of the absurd. Well, well, look who cracked the code. Transparency just lit up. Buckle up, because Howard's inner drama is about to steal the spotlight. Ooh, okay. Well, I'll be damned. The system's stabilizing. Howard, you might have just out-psyched a psycho. Reaching his firewall. Almost there. Stay with him. Howard crouches slightly, keeping his voice calm as he addresses the Chicho.
Let's start small. What's your name?
Ghosts. In the wires. Watching. Listening. Tracking.
Ghosts in the wires? Fine. Who put them there?
Data Kraken's voice returns, sharper this time. I've got a name. Victor Kale. Former corporate enforcer for New Genesis. High clearance. Prototype handler. Top of the food chain.
So what happened?
Vanished after some high-value tech disappeared. Big scandal. No charges, no trace.
Now he's their puppet.
I didn't steal it. I swear! I did what they told me. Found something buried in his logs. The architect. No profile, no records, but it's tied to every action in his system. Hold up. There's a backdoor in his approval, and it's live. They're locking me out! Howard, do something fast! Bluff about knowing the hacker. Kill him! It's the only way. No. We've not done much dice rolling so far. I'm not gonna kill him. But if I roll the dice, I might fail. But then I'll have something I can blame it on if the dice go badly. Alright, let's roll. Balance is 4. That's not bad. I can basically auto-succeed that with an overheat die. A small chance to fail it still, though. Whereas to get a 4 on regular dice, if I roll 2, moderately good chance to do it, but I mean, I could use an overheat and an emerald, but that feels excessive. Let's not use a curse die. Let's not do those ones. I'm gonna use an overheat. It is just the demo. It is just the demo. So, okay. And I think this will basically be fine. Unless I roll 2 zeros, which is entirely possible. I mean, I could, yeah. Now let's save another boost die. Let's go with these. Easy peasy. Although I did need to use a boosting die because, yeah, that wouldn't have done it on its own if those were both regular dice. Oof. Or oh. So each of these was counted twice. Ah, okay. Interesting. Okay, right. I figured that was just going to be a 2, that was a 1. But no, it's 2, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Interesting. There's an item bonus so you can pass a check with the cursed dice. Right, yes. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, that tracks. Because, yeah, otherwise that's... Also, I guess, like, you could roll a cursed dice on, like, a trivial thing and just hope that you roll fairly high, like a 2 or a 3, because that would be, like, a 6 or a 4. And then minus 3 or whatever. Cool, okay, interesting. Howard steps forward, his voice calm and measured. He speaks to Victor, but his words are meant for the one pulling the strings behind the scenes. You auto-fail if you don't use a die, but you can use a cursed die and have the item bonus added to that. Yeah. Yes.
The architect's not as clever as they think. I know their game and their name.
Victor's lips twitch, a mix of panic and suspicion crossing his face.
You're lying.
They told me no one could stop them! Keep him talking. I planted a Silverfang into his approval.
They told you no one can stop them. It's because they know I'm getting close.
Good news and bad news. Silverfang's almost in, but he's about to snap. Paralysis in 5, 4... Suddenly, Victor's body stiffens. His boosts flicker and freeze mid-motion, locking him in place like a statue. His eyes widen, darting around, but his limbs won't respond. Howard doesn't flinch, his gaze steady as the wail of distant sirens grows louder, pressing him to act. He's frozen. Silverfang's in. This only works if he stays breathing. Cops are almost here. Find a spot to dump him now! Howard scans the alley as the sound of distant sirens grows louder. He moves quickly, knowing they can't afford to lose this lead. Toss him in the sewer hatch. Prop him against the wall and make him look drunk. I mean, I feel like of the options that the police are least likely to find him, throwing him in the sewer feels like it, but that feels like a risky play for maybe something else will get him. Or he won't have a great time afterwards. Or he'll die on the way down. Make out with him. That always works in old movies. Yeah, the classic. Let's toss him in the sewer hatch. It's the demo. Howard yanks open a rusted sewer hatch, the foul stench wafting up, making him gag. He lowers Victor in, letting the hatch slam shut. If he wakes up, that smell will put him back under. As Howard steps back into the main alley, the steady hum of an approaching police AV grows louder, its lights flashing red and blue across the stained walls. Question of how video game are the sewers, it is true. The vehicle descends with a soft hiss, stirring this trash-strewn pavement. 2 figures step out. The first, Officer Hiker, a weary cop with a perpetually skeptical expression, locks eyes with Howard. Beside her, a tall alternator drops to the ground with a heavy mechanical thud. Figures it'd be you. You got some kind of beacon for shit like this?
The universe likes to keep me busy.
Yeah, like a moth to a goddamn flame. Hiker looks over at the alternator, then back at Howard, her expression a mix of boredom and mild amusement. Meet Tin Man here, latest toy from New Genesis. They call it a Remlock unit. Fancy talk for remote partner. Partner, I'm the one carrying this team, Hiker. Don't let it go to your head. And before you ask, no, it's not running on AI. That's still illegal. If only! Some poor sap at the station's got the controls. Supposed to revolutionize the force, or so they say.
Revolutionize? It's like something they cobbled together out of spare parts.
Says the guy who looks way too comfortable in a back alley. Yeah, well, New Genesis loves shiny branding. Meanwhile, we're stuck field testing their half-baked experiments.
So basically, it's just a glorified remote control with legs. Displays the attitude.
Keep talking, buddy. You're real close to making my list. Alright, enough introductions. Let's cut the small talk. You gonna tell me what the hell's going on here, or do I have to start digging? They're not here to dig. They're here to check a box and move on. The guy at the station has the remote control. Keep up, Howard.
What, you got something to accuse me of?
We got a report about some kind of disturbance. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
Disturbance? Haven't seen a thing. Maybe check your sources.
Right. Stay out of trouble, Howard. Paperwork with your name on it is the last thing I need. Hiker and the Remlock unit step back into their vehicle without a second glance. The AV's engines roar to life, lifting off and vanishing into the neon haze. The alley falls silent again, leaving Howard alone. Wow, real defenders of justice there. Wonder if they even bothered to turn on their scanners. Howard adjusts his coat, his gaze lingering on the shadows where Victor's paralyzed body lies hidden. In the sewers? So, what now? Can I just leave him like that forever? The comet crackles softly, and Data Kraken's voice cuts through, sharp and steady. Silverfang's holding for now, but it won't last forever. Whoever locked him down still has access. If we don't figure out who they are, they'll just trigger him again. Howard pulls his collar up, stepping into the open street as the quiet hum of the city begins to fill the space again. Quest completed! Nice work. The city owes you one. Quest complete and your legend grows. Keep your head sharp for what's next.
The Architect. We start there.
New quest unlocked. The Architect's Web. The city's pulse just spiked. Stay sharp. Check your quest log and get ready to hunt. Victor's locked down, but the real threat is still out there. The Architect isn't just a name. It's a target, and Howard knows he doesn't have long to find them. Let's go back to the office and pee again. So we've got the jazz bar and the graveyard. Graveyard it is! Go, Howard, go! And Rose, go! An unusual interrogation. Nethervale buries its dead in two ways. The wealthy sink into the earth like fallen jewels, swathed in silk and steel, entombed beneath marble carved with lies about their virtue. What the fuck is wrong with me? This one paragraph broke my nose? Broke my brain entirely. I thought it was gonna break my mouth, but no, it's broke every single part of me. What the fuck? R.I.P. hashtag. Their augments, polished, gleaming, cling to their corpses like parasitic heirlooms, a final sneer to the world. See how even death cannot dull our shine. The rest burn. Their flesh is reduced to smoke and memory, their ashes crammed into the columbarium's skeletal shelves. No silk, no steel, only barcodes and the hollow clatter of recycled boosts. Metal outlives them. It always does. Howard stands in the old graveyard. The statues loom around him, their faces melting under years of acid rain, a slow erasure, just like the bodies beneath them. No amount of boosts can outlast the pull of the earth. The gravekeeper digs. His shovel cracks the earth with a wet, rhythmic gasp, each thrust deeper than the last. Get a load of this guy! Howard watches, his gloved fingers curling into fists. The dead deserve their rest, Howard. We should not be here.
They knew something that they should have talked before Wormfoot status.
The gravekeeper keeps his eyes low, not out of respect, out of fear. Howard silences them all. Oh no, he has a shovel at the end of his stripper pole! The gravekeeper steps back, boots slurping mud. He doesn't speak, doesn't nod, just dissolves into the oak's shadows, leaving the hole gaping like an open throat. Howard kneels. The coffin lid groans as he pries it free. Sleep tight, TM. Inside, Izo Ogura's body lies still, his face hidden behind a mask of solid gold. Howard doesn't need to guess what it means. A devotion mask. A mark of the people who believe in the abstracts not as monsters, but as gods. Abstract worshippers wear them in death, or are forced into them, depending on who tells the tale.
This got worse.
He moves to the next coffin, Serena Koss. Same mask, same hollow stare. The third, Natalis Gorvez. Gold again, flawless and cold, as if pouring liquid over his screaming face. Shit, they were believers. And then I saw her face. Howard straightened, jaw tight, scanning the three graves before him. Examine the gold masks. Survey the graveyard for anything unusual. Examine the victims. Let them speak for themselves. Howard leans closer. The mask's surface isn't smooth. Microscopic etchings swirl across its surface. Lick the mask! For science! I do love that we have an option for, hey, do you want to just do shit that's really silly and weird? Go for it! Inspect the gold masks up close. Okay, let's see about... So, if I do... Let's just do 2 regular dice. Okay, cool. So they can roll different numbers as well, even. Fascinating. So, right. Cool. Okay. I'm learning. So each die can roll between 0 and 8. Probably with a, like, trending curve towards a 2 or, like a 3 or a 4, thereabouts. Maybe a 4 or a 5. Cool. Okay. I like it. The gold catches a flicker of light as he angles the corpse's head gently, trying not to snap anything delicate. His eyes scan every curve, every shimmer on the mask's edge. There, just beneath the left cheekbone, almost lost in the curves of the etching, 2 faint letters.
VK.
Initials? A maker's mark? Or a name? Inspect the coffin's interior! Wonder if there's -8 dice then. Maybe, yeah. That's a cursed dice. Can I move that one up? It's gonna irk me that it's on its whole separate page. Let's just try 1 die. Let's see what happens this time. Dang, only a 2. Howard combs through the lining and frame, lifting folds of cloth and checking beneath the body's arms. Nothing but rot and warped wood.
Clean. Or cleaned.
Or maybe there's nothing there, and you're just hoping the dead brought souvenirs. Survey the graveyard for anything unusual. Howard steps back, scanning the ground around the 3 open graves. His boots leave deep imprints in the wet soil as he circles. The only thing out of place here is you. Sometimes a grave is just a grave. Examine the victims. Let them speak for themselves.
We're gonna need answers.
Yeah, and lucky for us, we've got a direct line to the other side. One more thing before we start. Choose your questions wisely, Howard. They won't be answered forever. Who's first? Let's talk to Serena first. Howard steps closer to Serena Costa's open coffin and lays Rose gently on her chest. Almost immediately, Rose starts to radiate a soft glow, bathing the cold, dark surroundings in a warm light.
Who called you right before you jumped?
A familiar voice. A man, gentle and certain.
Why did you jump?
He promised freedom. The fall would feel like flying. The wind would carry the weight I couldn't.
Who promised freedom?
A doctor, who made the weight real just to take it away.
Did you choose this burial or did someone else?
Rose remains silent. You've disturbed the dead enough. Koss won't speak further. Contact Izo! Howard steps close to Izo Ogura's open coffin and lays Rose gently on his chest. Almost immediately, Rose starts to radiate a soft glow, bathing the cold, dark surroundings in a warm light.
Who promised to fix you?
A listener. A mirror. A man in white who called guilt a disease and sold me the cure.
Did you choose this burial or did someone else?
Choice is an illusion.
Why did you dive into the PID database?
To silence the screams. He said confession would drown them, but debts don't dissolve in salt water.
What did you confess?
Rose remains silent. You've disturbed the dead enough. Ogura won't speak further. Howard steps close to Atella Scorvez's open coffin and lays Rose gently on his chest. Almost immediately, Rose starts to radiate a soft glow, bathing the cold, dark surroundings in warm light.
What do the abstracts mean to you?
A name people whisper when they don't want to blame themselves.
What did you mean by, if it happens again, I have to tell someone?
My thoughts, my choices. It was slipping. I had to hold on to something.
Did you want to die?
No. Yes. Maybe. I can't remember.
Who are you meeting?
Rose remains silent. You've disturbed the dead enough. Gorvez won't speak further. The graveyard returns to darkness as Rose's glow fades, leaving them standing in silence. Howard takes a long, thoughtful breath and carefully places Rose back into his coat pocket.
Abstracts. The masks, the rituals. It's obvious, Rose. They're involved.
Seriously? Did you even listen to them? That wasn't devotion, it was panic. Confusion.
Exactly. Desperation makes people vulnerable. Easy targets for manipulation. The abstracts aren't directly pulling strings, their cult certainly is.
You're not listening. Not one of them named the abstracts. Not once. Lighter, freedom. That's human. Ugly, greedy, small. Howard shakes his head, already turning towards the gates.
The abstracts make humans ugly, Rose. They always have. What about the golden masks? Why bury them like believers? It doesn't add up.
Why? Maybe someone wants us chasing abstracts. The masks are a misdirection, a cover-up. People lie to themselves. You know that better than anyone. Howard keeps walking, boots crunching gravel. You're making it fit your narrative, like always.
I trust my gut, Rose. If it looks like abstracts, smells like abstracts, then I'm chasing abstracts. We're checking the cult.
You stubborn ass! Open your eyes for once. This isn't cults, it's someone playing God. Howard doesn't answer. He pulls out a nether puff and scrapes a match across the box, its brief spark lighting his stubborn eyes. Well, you're gonna look real pretty in a gold mask, genius. Destination marked. The cult waits. Ooh! Celestial return, baby! That's so good. That is so good. Join our Kickstarter to snag the goodies! Whoa! Apparently they got a Kickstarter, I guess. Which I imagine you'll be able to find in the demo somewhere. There's probably a link, right? So you can check the voice actor.
Good. So we have a plan.
There weren't many voices in that. That happens every time you open up the game. It startled me 3 of the 4 times I had to open the game today. That was the voice. Yeah, I guess, like, maybe the thing is like, yeah, so you can go to the Kickstarter from the demo nice and easily. I can share a link in chat. How long is the Kickstarter going for? It's met its goal. You can still late pledge for available rewards, though. If anyone's interested, but the Kickstarter is over. And it has reached its funding. Hooray! Also, the bartender laughed that one time. That is true. There were little snippets, but it was like the voice of the narrator, which there definitely wasn't. Yeah, I guess that's just not in the demo. Alright, let's... Okay, so yeah, these are still locked. Well, we've still got some time in the slot. Let's do a foolishness run! Let's see what happens if we're just goofy all the time. Chapter 1, Smoking Whiskey. Recording right now, but yeah, that's my guess. Howard sits alone at the counter in the Crow Jazz Bar, a refuge for those who've given up trying to keep pace with the city outside. You know what? Let's burn all our dice into seducing the bartender. Let's see what happens. Ask the bartender to turn up the volume on the TV. Howard gestures to the bartender, a young woman with hair glowing neon green and eyes like 2 black stars with a shimmer of yellow. She pauses from wiping down glasses, glances at the screen, and nods before reaching for the remote. The newscaster's voice grows clearer, outlining the harsh reality gripping Nether Vale. News in uproar. The bartender sets the polished glass aside, her movements,
When you get off, I'd love to take you out for dinner sometime.
Oh, no, foolishness run.
Maybe it's the city's way of promoting extreme sports. Jump off a bridge week, anyone?
The bartender snorts, glancing at him as she grabs a glass. Right, I'll make flyers. You want to be the mascot? Howard chuckles faintly, shaking his head.
Only if I get a costume.
Perfect. We'll make a fortune. Her smirk fades into a small grin as she returns to her work. The soft buzz of the TV carrying on in the background. Alright, let's burn all of our dice on this. +1, +3, +2, and a regular one. This man has no riz! Incredible. Incredible. So, we've also learned that Meets It doesn't beats it. Oh no. Well, there go all our dice. Okay, let's let's just leave. We're done. Meets it, no beats it. Meets it, no beats it, apparently. You've been here before. Haywood, my man. Haywood, because, like, Howard, I get it. I was very confused what Haywood meant in that situation. I thought it was like an exclamation. Haywood, my man. And good tidings upon ye.
Look worse than I feel, that bad. Yeah, say what you want, but you've still got people call when there are out better options. Take it as a compliment.
I think I know what you're gonna say. Easy peasy. -4.
This is about the missing cats, isn't it?
Reynolds freezes, staring at Howard like he's grown a second head.
Are you kidding me right now?
Reynolds presses his fingers to his temples, exhaling like he's aged 10 years in the past 10 seconds.
I thought you might actually take this seriously. My mistake.
He pulls out a thin folder from his coat and tosses it onto the counter with more force than necessary.
Suicides, Howard. Too many. No connections, no sense. Mayor's got us treating it like a case and we're drowning. Come on, Reynolds, you know I couldn't resist.
Reynolds glares, nudging the folder closer.
Just read the damn file, Howard. You're still the guy for this, even if you're a pain in the ass.
You've been drifting for too long. A case like this could be your way back. Big case means a big payday, right?
Sure, why not? No, sure, why not? Could be fun.
New quest unlocked. Smoke shadows and body bags. You might have added no refund policy. Sorry. That's okay. No, just no refund on having an item. I get it.
Fun isn't exactly the word I'd use, but whatever gets you to open that folder.
Howard shrugs, still grinning. I should have picked the thing of like,
no, I'm not doing it.
And just let the game end.
Hey, not everything has to be doom and gloom.
Reynolds adjusts his coat, tugging the collar up as though bracing for an unseen chill.
Big one. Just don't say I didn't warn you. You'll refine me. Don't take too long.
We've not been to Reynolds' house. Let's do that. Let's see what's at Reynolds' house. 4 dice and 1 experience. Finally, let's go. Got it. We know how to move around. Back into the bar. The bartender looks up as Howard walks in, a mix of surprise and amusement crossing her face. Back so soon? Looked like you were heading out for good last time.
Guess I wasn't quite done with this place.
He takes a seat at the bar, even as she continues her closing routine around him. So, what brings you back?
I'm not sure. Felt like I needed to be here.
Howard's tone is more introspective, as if he's questioning himself as much as he's explaining to her. The place has that effect on people. Something about the music, dim lights. It's like a magnet. But we're going under renovation for the next few days. You'll have to find another haunt till we're back in business.
Guess I'll be adrift for a few nights.
Sounds like a plan. Tell you what, since it's your last visit for a while, how about one in the house?
I wouldn't say no to that.
The bartender smiles and quickly pours a drink, sliding it over to Howard. On the house then. Cheers. Howard takes a sip, savouring the moment. The warmth of the drink feels like a fitting send-off, a small comfort before he heads back out into the night. The bartender continues their closing tasks, the clinking of glasses and the faint hum of the cooling jazz filling the space. Howard remains seated for a moment longer, absorbing the atmosphere before rising to leave.
See you in a few days.
You better. He turns and heads for the door. The jazz music has already faded, leaving the bar in near silence. As he steps outside, the cool night air hits him, and he pulls his coat tighter around himself. He takes a deep breath, night feeling both heavier and lighter all at once. The Crow Jazz Bar will be missed, but it's only temporary. He knows he'll be back. Maybe, just maybe, the change will be good. Back into the bar. Next so soon? Okay, we can just do the same thing again.
You need a place to think.
Can't say I blame you, but you picked a hell of a time to come back. We're about to close for the night. Not just for tonight. The place is undergoing renovations for the next few days. I'll have to find another haunt until we're back in business.
It's gonna be strange not coming here.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's gonna be weird without the usual crowd, but don't worry. We'll be back soon enough. Tell you what, since your last visit for a while, how about one on the house? Let's just keep getting drinks until we kill ourselves with alcohol poisoning.
I'll say no to that.
On the house. Perfect. Alright, let's go to Reynolds' house. Howard arrives at Reynolds' place, a sleek building tucked between towering skyscrapers and neon lights. The city hums, rain drizzles down in oily streams, hovercars blur past, and ads flicker in every colour imaginable. Infinite alcohol glare! Even the puddles look like they're part of a rave gone wrong, I assume. He knocks. A moment later, the door slides open with a soft hiss. Reynolds stands there, his face showing a mix of fatigue and concern. He looks at Howard with a questioning gaze, as if searching for answers in his expression.
Didn't think I'd see you again tonight. You got news? I just missed you. Is that so? I hope you're not here just to chat. Got any updates on the case? I'm perfecting my skill of looking busy while making zero progress, so no updates just yet. Alright, I get it. Let me know if you need anything or if you come across something new. You'll hear from me soon.
Reynolds leans against the doorframe, the fatigue in his eyes a little more evident now.
What's your back out there, Howard? Something about this case doesn't sit right. I'm getting the same feeling. I'll let you know if I dig anything up.
Howard steps back into the downpour, collar turned up against the rain. A distorted ad jingle overhead suddenly cuts out, leaving only the static hum of the force field.
Reynolds, my guy, my buddy, my pal. I just missed you. Give me a smooch. I'll be in touch.
Okay, fine. The statue! We've not been there either! The city exhales as midnight approaches. Howard's footsteps echo too loudly in the abandoned square, his shadow stretching towards the statue. A jagged spire of oxidized bronze masquerading as a sailboat. Its sails are shards of shattered mirrors, reflecting fractured glimpses of the sleeping skyline. A flickering street lamp bathes it in jaundiced light, making the structure seem alive, breathing. Kick it, just once, for closure. Squint at the mirrors. Your face splinters into a dozen strangers. He leans in. The rain-warped reflection twists his face. 5 Howards, all wrong. Too cruel, too tired. One of them is smiling. Their eyes follow him with quiet accusation. What are you afraid of seeing? Optical distortion, stress-induced paranoia, logically.
Break the glass. See what they do.
Howard staggers back, collar damp with sweat. The mirrors reset, showing only his face. Kick it, just once, for closure. Howard glances around. Empty square, no eyes. He steps back and delivers a firm kick to the statue's base.
There we go. That's what justice feels like.
Try punching it next. Maybe it drops loot. Inspect the statue closely. Howard crouches, gloves scraping against the statue's unnervingly smooth base. His fingers trace the seams where metal meets pavement. No bolts, no welds, as if it grew here. There's definitely something here. Ooh. We're gonna roll regular dice because I want to see what it is. God dang it! I don't know why I didn't choose one of the ones that would basically automatically succeed that one, but hey. He scrapes his knuckles raw, searching the seams. Nothing. The statue mocks him with its silence. You missed it. You always miss it. Shut up. Think about what it's supposed to be, if anything. Howard steps back, tilting his head. The shattered mirrors warp his reflection. He stares at the sailboat, or what claims to be one. Lines jut out like broken geometry. It's chaotic, but not careless. You're wasting time, again.
Rose would have known what this meant.
Try to find peace in the design. Howard exhales and lets the noise fade. The statue looms, rain rolling off its surface like slow tears. The longer he looks, the less ugly it becomes. You're not broken for needing a moment like this.
Pathetic. You'll die soft.
The moment shatters. A hover truck backfires. The piece was a lie. Leave it, not worth your time. Howard takes one last long look at the thing before turning away decisively, shoving his hands deep in his pockets as he strides towards the square's exit, telling himself it's just a statue, not worth another second of his time. Not tonight. Ah, the only one I can't repeat. It's the only one I particularly want to repeat. Fine. Nothing else to be doing. Detective's office. Chapter 2. Digging to pair. Rain clings to Howard's coat. He's got some coffee. Take a sip of the coffee. Howard lifts the mug to his lips, the bitter, cold liquid scraping against the back of his throat. It does nothing to clear his mind, but it fills the silence for a moment, grounding him in the here and now. Every file like this is a reflection of a life undone. Howard pulls the folder closer. Its one edge is rough under his fingers. Check your horoscope for guidance! Howard leans back in his chair, pulling out his comic and navigating to the astrology app he never admits to having. Are we really doing this right now? Relax! Maybe the stars have answers you don't. He scrolls past a banner ad for Chakra Enhancer 3.0 and a pop-up offering 10% off psychic neural tuning before finally landing on his horoscope. Capricorn. The answers you seek are closer than you think. Trust your instincts, but beware of overthinking. Also, avoid dairy products today. Howard stares at the screen for a moment, then lets out a dry snort.
Overthinking. Me. Never.
He tosses the comic back onto the desk, the folder waiting for him like a patient teacher. Time to let the stars take a break. He's got work to do. Say a silent prayer for the souls of the departed. Howard lowers his head, closing his eyes in quiet reflection. A silent prayer forms in his thoughts, a gesture of respect for the lives lost and the questions they left behind. May they find peace. When he lifts his head, a calm determination takes hold. He turns back to the folder, ready to uncover the truth behind these senseless deaths. Sorry, case files. We've read these all before. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. 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 Howard does not read the case files very sincerely. He absorbs maybe one or two details. He thinks one of them was named Sarah or something. Something like that. Oh, he trusted someone to fix him. What if they did? What if this was the result?
He got played. End of story.
The more Howard looks at it, the clearer it gets. They used him up and tossed him. No mystery. Just the system doing what it does best. Chapter 3, Questions and Answers. A dull ache settles in Howard's neck. Then Rose turns up at the door. Pretend you're not in. Don't make a sound. Howard doesn't move. Doesn't breathe. Just waits. For a second, nothing. Then another knock. Slower this time. Almost expectant. Stay still. Howard, open the door. We both know you're not getting anywhere on your own. The irritation fades the moment he places the voice. Rose, of course.
Your one reason not to leave you out there.
Because let's be honest, Howard. When's the last time you sold something without me? Howard lets out a slow exhale, rubbing his temple. She's got a habit of being right. Let her in, you need the help. As Howard opens the door, he's met with a sight he wasn't prepared for. Big man!
I'm still asleep, aren't I?
The man offers no answer, no smirk, no joke, not even a raised eyebrow.
What's with the green hair?
We'll meet him again, Howard. Mr. Mystery can answer your questions later. Classic ADHD move. I spent all morning thinking, ooh, I've got plenty of time. And now I don't have plenty of time. Gotta rush to get ready for work. Ah! Oh no, Tam. I hope work is not the most garbage thing in the world today. I think that's about as good as I can hope for. I hope it's a surprisingly good day. Thank you for dropping by. You're right.
If it hurts you, I won't ask again.
That's uncharacteristically gentle of you. Howard leans back in his chair, exhaling slowly. The case files sit there, stubborn and silent. Then he jolts up, chair scraping back, straight to the kitchenette, a closet with a sink and a freezer humming like a dying alternated. He smacks the ice tray, shattering a frozen lump into jagged shards.
Let's do the ice trick. Might get us something.
Ice water? You know I live for that freezing clarity.
Of course you do. You're practically a popsicle with opinions.
Damn right. He tips the glass. Rose plops into the water with a plink, her stem coiling like a disgruntled serpent. Ugh. Just like your freezer's been storing regret. But it'll work.
If you see a sandwich again, I'm composting you.
Relax. This time it's a burrito. Extra guac. Now shut up. She goes quiet. The sarcasm fades. Her petals fold slightly inwards as she shuts her eyes. The water stills, save for the soft ripple spreading out from her stem. Blood. Cold stone. A circle. Something ancient.
Anything useful?
Rose's petals twitch, but her eyes remain shut. So much blood. Silence. Then her eyes open. She shakes herself off, shifting in the now lukewarm water. A ritual. I think it's a ritual.
Abstracts?
Or a fanboy. Either way.
Abstracts. Has to be. Only they'd turn suicide into a show.
Then let's crash their performance, before they write you into the next act. Time to knock on the cult's creepy little door. Ooh! Can we go to the cult? No. We can go to the graveyard. Again. Maybe that's where their cult is, I guess. Howard's comic buzzes relentlessly, an urgent vibration that's impossible to ignore. Let's mute the comms. Now's not the time for interruptions. Howard's flipping the mute switch. The comic's off, and it's all eyes on the mission now. Dead people are easier to talk to. They don't interrupt. Dead no more than the living. Something, something, something. Nethervale buries his dead in two ways. The wealthy sink into the earth like fallen jewels. I don't know that we're actually going to get that much difference now that we're actually at the graveyard. So I think I might call it here for Celestial Return. And take a bit of a longer break, maybe make a cup of tea. Because I kind of want one. This was excellent though. I'm really, really interested in this game. Like, the vibes are immaculate, and also just, whoa, the like, I'm already liking the sort of blending in with Rose of like unusual elements that can't really be explained by science, probably at least. Yeah, it's a really cool world, really masterfully presented, and I'm interested to see where it goes. I want to see the cosmic horrors. If you're interested in Celestial Return, you can check out the link in the pin post or in the description, depending on where you are right now. Since I'm not out yet, I've been reinstalling Disco Elysium during the stream. Excellent. I hope you have a great time. Meanwhile, I'm going to, as I say, make a cup of tea and get set up for the next game. I'll see y'all in a little bit. See you soon.